Hi, Scott Michael here for a quick review of the Valor ITS-702W Car Stereo. It's a pretty nice unit considering there are some drawbacks on it. I'd like to just give you a quick rundown of it. This is installed right now into a Jeep Liberty, a 2003 Jeep Liberty Sport. As you could see, the frame over here that the radio goes in, I picked that up from Crutchfield. That was about $20, and as you can see, it gives it a nice finish at least. The unit itself isn't so bad. The sound quality is surprisingly good for a low-end unit, which, with stock speakers sounds pretty good. There are some drawbacks, and I'd like to just take you through a couple of them right now. First of all, to power on the unit, you press this button right here, the power button. And I will say that the buttons are kind of small on the unit, which makes it a little bit difficult to operate it. I find that the remote that comes with the unit, which is right here, does better. Let me just lower this a little bit here, and I'll give you... And as you can see, you can use the unit with the face closed, as it is right here. Pressing this button right here will open up the face. As you can see, it comes out, and it is a 7-inch screen. Sorry for the reflection. You could actually change the angle on it right here, and that might clean it up a little bit for us. You get better video in the evening hours when there's less light shining on the screen, but I think that probably applies to most of these type units. Right now we're on AM. I do listen to a lot of talk radio. If you hit this button right here, it'll bring it to the FM and give you an idea of the sound, which is pretty nice considering. The unit has a lot of interesting features. There's a smart button right over here that when you press it, it brings up all the different things that the unit will work with. Like, for example, if you wanted FM and AM, which we were just on, satellite radio, you could press that. Now, there are some things that you should know about with the satellite radio. You have to buy a aftermarket device by, I believe it's Turk, T-E-R-K, and basically what it is it's a device that obviously hooked up behind the unit in the dash, and an antenna outside the unit. You can see it's on the dash, on the hood. And basically, you get your XM radio. I do find there are some problems with the XM. Here's Howard Stern station. As you can see, you just press the screen, and there's Howard Stern. A lot of times what will happen is the entries here, and this is basically saved stations right here, preset stations, they won't show up there. It'll just be a blank line. So that is a little pitfall. And I think that's probably because of the fact that, you're really not using a satellite radio that's built onto the unit. You're really using an aftermarket that works with it. Other things that this unit does is it has functionality for obviously DVDs, and you can watch them on this 7-inch screen. There's a backup camera here, which I also actually have on the back of the unit when the car is started, which I'll do right now for you. Let me start it up right here. And I'll show you, there's the unit powering up, and I'll go back to the backup unit here, and that's the camera. And you'll watch when I put the car in reverse, you'll see there is the reverse. So that's kind of neat, and of course when you put it back into park, it goes off. Another thing that I found was, as you can see right here, you notice that the first entry is missing, and that's one of the things I was talking about a few moments ago. It does come with an iPod cord, which is this white cord right here, and you can actually hook up your iPod or iPhone to it. It will not charge the unit. Let me just hook that up right here. And you'll see that on the screen of my iPhone right here, it says that it's not capable of charging it. Do you want to go into airplane mode? And you could say yes. Now, it will play the music. Now, let me just press the smart button again, and I'll bring up the iPod right here. And you'll see it says connecting. and it will bring up the music. Now, here's the thing. A couple of people have said that if they have a very large iTunes library, what'll happen is it will mess up, on the screen or something to that effect. I haven't had that problem yet with mine. I find that it seems to work pretty well. But here is the one thing that you should know. It will play any music that's on your iPod or iPhone, but it will not play videos. And that's not really something that's documented. I did call up Valor, and Valor told me about a device to buy, which I'm going to show you right here. It's a device by a company called iSimple. I'm just going to try to get that in the screen here. This device, for some reason, lets the device show video from the iPhone, which to me is a huge thing. So let me just disconnect it. And as you can see, I have the cable right here, and that's going into the AV of the back of the stereo. And I plug that in right here, and it also charges the unit, which is kind of nice because, like I said, the other one does not charge the unit. So we're going to press the smart button right here, and you'll see AV is now lit up on it, and I press AV. I'll go back to my iPhone right here. As you can see, it says no signal yet, but if you go back to your iPhone, and we'll slide that over, and we'll press the video, and here is a episode of Arrested Development I have on here, and as you can see, it says display on TV, which is obviously referring to the monitor, and I say yes, and I'll just go back over here, and as you can see, it's starting to play the video, which is huge for me because a lot of times you don't want to throw in a DVD. You want to just dump, some music videos or something you might have downloaded online, and you put it in onto your iPhone, and 1, 2, 3, you're able to see it. And let me just angle that a little bit better. But the surprising part is that the video is actually very good on the screen, and as you can hear,
Michael had recently...
The sound quality is pretty good as well. And let me just go ahead and turn that off here, and I'll press that smart button one more time, and there's standby, there's the satellite radio again. We'll just put in standby right now, and as you can see, it's in standby now, and what it is, if you touch the screen, it will come back on. The unit, like I said, is pretty good with a couple of pitfalls, but if you can live with those pitfalls, you might be pretty satisfied for small money. Let me shut the unit here, show you how that shuts. Well, let me show you how that, there you go, okay. And as you can see, it closes down. And you can listen to your iPhone, even like I was just playing Arrested Development, you could play it through the speakers, which you obviously want to do. You don't want to be driving and have the screen on. There is a way to do that, but I'm not going to get into that with you in this video because I think it's kind of illegal. But that's my review on the Valor ITS-702W. If you have any questions, just, reply back to this YouTube video. Thank you and have a good day.